ask you about the P-51. First of all, if anybody were to say to you, what aircraft do you remember was most important in World War II, what would you say that was? Probably the airplane sitting in front of us right now. Probably the most important, I'd say, best aircraft during World War II was the P-51 Mustang. So, how did this become a reality? How did we get a P-51? Well, what about 1940? The British Commission was looking for a P-40, and they went to North American Aviation to ask them to do that, and they said, we have a better idea. They were in development of a P-51, and in September of 1940, the prototype came out with no engine, and in October of 1940, that aircraft flew. So the British put in an order for this aircraft, and the initial order ended up in Britain about 1942. That's when our Mustangs, they called it a Mark I, or now Mustang, because the British gave the aircraft its name, Mustang. So there were a number of other developments going on. The Army Air Corps did not want this airplane. They were very busy trying to build P-38, P-47, P-40s, you name it. And
PETA tubes.
so the aircraft went to Britain. It was there a short while with the Allison V1710 engine, which is a 12-cylinder, very much like a Merlin. But
Is you ready?
Kind of restricted
Are you ready?
aircraft for low altitude reconnaissance and low altitude strafing and fighters because of the single-stage turbocharger. Well, the British said, you know, we got a better idea. We've got this engine called a Merlin, 12-cylinder, but it has a two-stage intercooled supercharger, and it can now go up to 30,000 feet or whatever we need to do. So they started installing this engine, but they waited until the B model came out. P-51 B model got the Merlin engine. And the C model thereafter, which was mostly used by the TV airmen, used the red tails that were using C model Mustang.
Look, he's gonna fly it.
This is Chris Fahey, by the way, walking around. He's going to pilot today.
Hi, Chris.
There'll be a few dates here. I have to use my cheat sheet. So in July of 1940, the first American order of 151 P-51s they call it 51 called Apache for a short period of time. They called it Apache, but then the British changed that to a Mustang. Now in 42, an 836A based on the Mustang airframe was ordered by the Army Air Corps. Uh-oh, I'm going to correct.
He was exactly right. I'm just going to emphasize because people get it wrong. That name Apache. Have any of you seen a picture of a P-51 with an Allison with cannons on it? Anybody? That's one anyway. That was the Apache. That was the first P-51. It was a batch of 150 airplanes. 55 of them were withheld by the U.S. Army. It became the first P-51, and that was in 42-ish, late 42, mid 42. They called it Apache. By the fall of 42, the entire name of the series had been changed to Mustang, including the A36. So that's the B in my mind. Even the A36 is called Mustang now. Guys in Italy who flew the A36, they wanted to name it Invader. They were attached to the 82nd Fighter Group in Italy. Problem with that is many of you may know that A26 Invader was already on the line. That was already named, so they couldn't have two Invaders. I want to put that out there.
You're exactly right. He was right.
By the way, A36 is A36, by the way, is the aircraft that saved the production of the P-51 because American Airlines. Anyway, they had a contract that was never fulfilled, and so they slotted the A36 into that slot to keep the production line ready. And because of that, the Army Air Corps started to like the airplane and started ordering the airplane, so therefore that production line of the Indians saved
Look,
the
he's gonna go in.
P-51 production for what we have today. So we
Look,
have,
look.
currently this is the D model. The D model can be separated from the other two by the canopy on it. It has a teardrop canopy. The reason that they put that on there was so the pilots can now see behind them. Because prior to that, all P-51s were Razorbacks. And you can see forward, but you couldn't see behind you. So you can identify now anything after the G model, B, K, and so on and so forth as a teardrop. For instance, Mr. Cruz's aircraft in our hangar over there is the K model. The only difference between that and the D model is that it has a different kind of propeller. It had an Aerosport four-blade propeller, opposed to the Hamilton standards that you normally see on P-51. And 42 1200 P-51 A models were ordered by the Army Air Corps. And if you haven't noticed, our A model is sitting over in the restoration hangar. It is the only all-original A model flying in the world today.
See it?
It never went to battle. It was used for training.
Okay, here we go, Dom. It's gonna happen now.
This particular aircraft, Dolly or Span was delivered in July of 1945. Now that means it never went to war like the Soviets. It later came out and went to work in Georgia for the Strategic Air Command. Later on went to the Air National Guard in Virginia and other states. And went out of service in 1957, this aircraft was purchased by Mr. David Willis of the Air Museum, our founder, and it is now the only singly or privately owned P-51 in the world. Now that's in 1950. The aircraft has a Packard-built version, I believe, right? Because we put Packard-built versions in our aircraft. Flies about 450 miles an hour. Higher speed,
It's all good, man.
340 cruise. We have some P-51s here. Going the Bardol and the Pond Hangar. We've got Voodoo over in Restoration. Voodoo is the fastest single-engine, propeller-driven, rotary aspirated aircraft in the world. 531.64 miles an hour. It is a race model, highly modified into Bardol or even Strega that you see in the Pond Hangar over there. So we got P-51s galore around here. All right, I want to shut up and let you listen to that engine.
There's a helicopter again? Yes? I saw it.
Here we go, Dom. Watch. Look. There it goes.